Likewise, the highest level Japanese trade representatives was a very productive meeting. Every nation, including China, wants to meet today. Italy. Now, there was some surprise that the president was directly involved with the Japanese delegation and visit Washington yesterday because those talks were seen as preliminary. The White House says it's important to the president. On China, the White House confirming this. Fall is in China. They need independence of the United States. They need the best thing on the face of the planet, and that is the American consumer. Well, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell is concerned about the dip in consumer spending and said tariff increases went beyond what banks were anticipating.
The effects of that are likely to so unemployment is likely to cause economic slowness.
The president believed that interest rates should be cut. Now, the Federal Reserve Chair, he said they want some clarity on tariffs first, but how much time he has to wait is really a question this morning as the president posted Powell's termination cannot come fast enough. Dana. All right, Alex, thank you so much. We're going to get over there in the White House.
Good morning, everybody. We're running just about 4 or 5 minutes late here, but is what it is. I just went and got a ship. Actually got 2 ships this morning. I got the Dirk S. Van Ankevort just now, and then before that I got the American Spirit just after sunrise. Hey, Brenda. How are you doing, Brenda? How's Angel doing? Good, I hope. Here comes Mr. Ed.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ed. How are you doing?
Good, good. Good morning, Mr. David.
Good
David,
afternoon.
And so is
Morning, Brenda.
Justin.
Good morning, Russell.
Paul Murray part 2. You do realise he comes in as Paul Murray because he is as bad as you with computers.
I will hit a British person.
Morning, Justin.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Good morning to you guys. Good afternoon, anyone in the UK.
Good morning, David. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm all right. Busy.
Busy?
Uh.
Well, yeah, you got a wardrobe to pick out for when you come out and drag.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go again. That's done. No need for any more.
Oh, you already picked out your wardrobe? Okay.
The outfit's already ordered. It's actually going to be stunning, darlings, if you want it that way, right? Because it's going to have lights on it and everything.
Oh, wow. Boone's bothering me to go outside. I think there's a squirrel in the backyard and he wants to go get it. But
Boone was sent by Captain Joe. Go get him. Push. They're all on pillars, Justin.
Look at what Japan is doing. Look at all the investments that are coming back into America. $5 trillion. Job. Right? So there is going to be short-term discomfort. There's no question about that.
So, how's everyone doing this morning?
Be a lot better when I've had to do all this shit.
He's just racing around the backyard. He's just like a mile a minute.
Yeah, off my fucking monitor.
East
Good
Coast.
morning, East
Hello,
Coast.
hello, Russell. And of course, my favorite person in the world, Brenda.
Wait, you've sacked Justin?
Well, Justin Rates up there. Justin Rates, yes.
Well,
Anybody that can sit on a bus with a bunch of wild kids, Indians, he's in a category all of himself, you know.
Yeah. He's always been in a category on his own.
How are the kids today, Justin?
I didn't go to work today.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
Lazy sod. Why not?
I didn't feel good this morning.
You didn't feel good. Okay. Well,
Yesterday,
yeah, you know, especially when you're dealing with kids, you can't go if you're not feeling well because they'd accuse you of getting the kids sick. But it's best to err on caution. At least that's what David always says.
No. What I say is kids should be banned.
Because I missed Trunchbull. Glad I was never one.
Well, now that Laura knows that you're home and not at work, I would imagine she's going to start bothering you to go play online.
I don't know. I don't know what Laura's doing.
Good morning, Joe.
Well, you got an inside track with David. He knows what Laura's doing.
Do I?
David, does Laura know that Justin's at home with nothing to do?
She does not.
Okay. How long do you figure she's going to start contacting him before long, or what?
No, because she's on Fortnite with a lot of people playing bloody some game called Pillars.
Oh, okay. What are they're playing pillows. What do they fight each other with pillows or what?
Oh, I don't know.
Pillars.
Pillars.
Oh,
I don't know.
pillar.
Pillows. I don't know. Oh, fucking. All I know is it's doing my fucking head in.
Thank you.
Oh,
Morning, Jim.
why won't? I got
Oh.
Photoshop Elements.
Uh-oh. Joe's at the doctor's.
Yep, he's got a doctor's appointment because they canceled his one for yesterday and they rescheduled him for today.
Oh. Getting his bum checked.
After he drove all the way there, you know.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'd do that. And I'll him. I reckon Laura set it up. She's always bullying him.
So it looks like India's stepping in and buying those Boeing planes now.
Buying up all the Boeing planes.
The ones that were canceled
Yeah.
by China. I guess they want them now. So
Well, you know, the way it works over there, you never know is will those planes eventually transition over to China?
no, India doesn't like China.
You want
Yeah,
to
but
They constantly have.
money talks, you know.
Yeah, but they have. You know how much shit is banned in India from China? They're
What?
worse than we are.
Really?
They
No.
don't. I mean, no, they have border clashes
No.
all the time at their borders.
Yes, they have border clashes. Yeah. But you go to India and see all the Chinese shit there, right? It's on a different level.
So you can't believe what everybody's telling you then.
No. Welcome to the world.
Yeah, I can't. Justin? What do you think of that stupid congressperson that was a senator, went down to that
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
South American country to try and get the gang member released.
Yeah, he was told no. He wasn't even allowed to go see him.
And you know who paid for that trip, right? The American taxpayer. That guy didn't pay for nothing.
Well, of
That
course.
works.
It's a politician, of course.
Captain Joe is giving me a little zinger.
I
Miss you too, Joe.
didn't want to say anything. I kept I was just reading quietly.
Yeah. And Paul, let me let you into a little secret.
What's that?
Well, you, Justin, and the rest of the general folk work your asses off, pay your taxes, give in all your money. Yeah. There are people at the top that are sat there and you're paying their electricity bill, their coffee bills, the petrol, the earth lights, the holidays. They'll just claim anything and everything. And it's not just America, right across the world.
Yeah.
All corrupt at the top.
Oh, not my government. My government is perfect.
Uh-huh.
Ed, you're not smoking anything right now, are you?
No.
No, but
It
you
could
know
be my
them,
cereal.
yeah, you know them drugs that Trump wants to ban from Canada. I think we found out why. They give you delusions.
It doesn't matter who gets in, they're all budget crooks.
Yes, they are. On all sides of the political spectrum, they're all fucking at it. Look at what happened over here. Labour came in on the promise they were going to get the COVID fraud money back from them MPs that stole the money. A year on, none of it's been clawed back. However, the disabled people are all being bashed and being told to have less money and get jobs in positions that, you wouldn't want a disabled person in. Also, they cannot have to chase this money. Corrupt as shit.
Brenda says that he takes it that Ed that you're a Democrat.
No. I think she was talking about that senator you were talking about.
Oh yeah. The senator, he was definitely he was from Massachusetts, and everybody, all of the political figures in Massachusetts are Democrats.
Question is,
here comes Lancelot.
was he sent by the government or did he just go on his own accord?
Oh, on his own. He
That was
decided.
his own thing.
He went on the government's dime, but he went. Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Lance,
Check it out, Paul. Check it out.
has anybody had told you this morning that it looks like shitty outside?
Another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Oh, not here. It's
Yeah.
raining here.
Lance, I need you to go around and take all them Christmas trees down.
Yeah, for sure. There's enough fir trees in the Pacific Northwest to make Christmas trees for life.
So where are you headed, Lance?
I am headed to secret spot number 1. Gonna fly the Avata 2.
You're not going to fly the Neo?
Well,
Well, that's right. Your Neo's out of circulation, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you neolized it.
I need to contact DJI. It's not enough time in the day.
He needs to contact DJI. And where you from? America. Fuck you.
Well, the thing of it is DJI has a repair center in Dallas, Texas.
I
They
think
better-
there's one in California too, but I'm not positive.
Could be. I know that anytime I had to return anything for repair or whatever, it went to Dallas, Texas, but I'm further east than you are.
Yeah. Don't tell TJ that. We'll have to explain the geography to him again. We don't want to do that. Oh, there's a little cat. There's a cat without a tail. Must have gotten in a fight with a raccoon.
Or maybe it'd been to Springfield and they started eating it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, I when I went early this morning at 6 o'clock down by the river, I was on my way and I was crossing over to get to the river, and all of a sudden I saw something run across the street ahead of me, but it looked more like a raccoon than like a cat or whatever, because it was, you know, kind of like humped up on the back and the tail was out straight.
Oh, that was Justin on his way home.
Oh,
Hey, Paul,
yeah, Ed.
read what George just said.
Morning, Brenda. Morning, Dusty.
Yeah. No, over the years I've had, you know, I've had to send back Inspires and different even I sent him a Phantom at one time to fix.
I can't even eat it.
I heard a rumor, Paul, you were keeping all these parcel companies in business.
Well, that's probably true. Nobody ships nothing for free. Even if DJI authorizes a return, they'll figure it into the price somehow. It's all about making the money. And I understand that. You can't have the doors open if you can't afford to pay for the electric and the lights.
No, but if you're clever enough, you can hold the door open and hack into someone else's electric.
Now, I'd end up lighting myself up, you know, if I tried to hack into something.
Do you think that those big companies like DJI get a really, really, really good price break on shipping? Or do you think they get screwed like us and they just...
Oh, no, they get a good rate, okay.
I think they probably got a 20-25% discount.
Yeah. You know, because what they ship and what it costs to make something, you know, it's like, okay, I get a $5 piece of equipment and they ship it in a huge box. You know, for me to ship that, same thing would have cost me $25.
Yeah. Well, the thing of it is all the shipping is discounted at some point in time. I remember, now this, I'm going way back in my history, thinking, you know, when they used to have the, all on the new cars, they had the new car list, would give you all the breakdown of all the costs, and down the bottom was shipping. And I'm thinking, you know, it's like $700 or $900 shipping that ship that car from wherever, you know?
Yeah.
Now you try shipping it.
Yeah, exactly. DJI ships it a $3 part, and it costs me $3 to get it. If I tried to ship that same, if I packaged that up and shipped it to Florida, it would cost me $15-20.
Yeah.
But I would never ship anything to Florida. Justin lives there.
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing of it is out where Joe lives, I think he still gets most of his stuff delivered by Stagecoach.
I could just imagine where Joe lives. It'd be like out of what do you call it? Blazing Saddles, where they got the town hall meeting and they're all names on the board and they're all called Johnson.
Said Howard Johnson's right about what Daryl Johnson said. You know, I watched a few channels of like younger people reacting to that movie, and none of them caught that when they were watching it. Like,
It's weird, isn't it?
they didn't catch that little Easter egg in the movie that they were all named the same. That's just like in like one of the ones that most people don't realize too is like when you watch Forrest Gump, and they're all sitting there, you know, crouched when they're in Vietnam, and he's like talking about all the people he's serving with. Every one of them's named after a U.S. city, but they're from somewhere else, not that city. He's like Dallas, he's from Mississippi. But yeah, every one of them has a fucking city name in the U.S., but they're not from that city.
These are the best things to watch for.
I love watching those channels that like break down the movies and they show you all the little shit that you missed, you know. Just like I was watching the Minecraft movie the other day, right? And at the very end of the movie, there's a spot where it shows the Minecraft characters walking, and then it
Yeah.
cuts back to the characters, and you see all the faces of the people wearing the costumes, and then it cuts back, and then goes back again, and they all have their costumes fully on. I don't know how the hell they missed that. Like it was a big fuck up. It's right at the very, very end though of the movie. When Jack Black's deciding whether he wants to stay in the Minecraft world or go back to the real world.
Okay, now I'm debating whether to fly the Mavic 3 because it's such a beautiful sunrise, Paul.
Oh, I didn't know it was that nice there.
Yeah.
I'll kick you both off the stream in a second.
Wow, what's the weather like where you are, Justin?
It is so beautiful in the Pacific Northwest today.
You got rain there, Justin?
No, it's sunny out.
Well, we got moved back to the warmer climates overnight.
Yeah, we got rain and then windy.
Well, it's supposed to get warmer here. Fairly soon. Like Friday, tomorrow, it's supposed to get up in the 50s, 60s, and maybe Saturday in the 70s.
We're way ahead of you.
What's the temperature there, David?
16 at the moment. But tomorrow we're going back upwards. We was up in the early 20s last week, which is, hey Google, what's 22 degrees in Fahrenheit?
2 degrees Celsius is equivalent
66.
to 71.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
71.6.
There you go.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. So that's the sort of temperatures we're heading back to.
Cool.
I think he might run into some issues, like his record in Maryland, how that state is doing, is an extremely high tax place. He has an issue with telling the truth about his military service. Tim Walz, there's some.
Wait, who the hell's got political news playing?
Well, it's either going to be probably Paul.
Someone's got a TV playing.
We have one more nice day and then the rain comes. But the one nice day, the high school I teach at, the baseball team is playing at Cheney Stadium, which is the AAA minor league stadium for the Mariners, and that's also in Tacoma. So I may fly the Mavic over the stadium during the game, not over the people, but like over left field. There's no bleachers over there.
I
Or
noticed
right.
that. I noticed that
Make
last
sure-
year, Dusty. There wasn't a lot of rain last year either.
Yeah, Lance.
Yeah.
Make sure that you've got another way of recording the footage as well. So when the ball takes your drone out,
Yeah. And they're
You get to
playing
see
a
it.
rival high school, so it should be fun.
You know what they said, Dusty? I haven't been really watching like the Weather Channel or anything.
In fact,
Oh.
Paul, they're playing the high school. They're playing the Castle. They're playing that high school on Friday night.
Oh,
so what do you guys think of the news that they may have found life on another planet? They are 99.7% sure there is life.
Oh, was it the one that was showing like infrastructure and like
All the chemicals and stuff. They think it's going to be marine life, but the chemicals it's showing are the chemicals we need for life on Earth. And if they get it to 99.9%, we're sending Elon Musk over. Check it out.
I don't know. Apparently, there was a planet like a year ago or something that they apparently
Yeah.
had pictures of, and it showed that there might be like an electrical grid built on it because it's all like lit up at night, like our planet is. But I don't know how true that is.
DJ.
David, I thought you were going to tell a joke and say something like it was Trump's bedroom,
No.
and it was only 99% chance that there was a human life in there, or life.
No,
Yeah.
I'm amongst the wrong people to upset Trump supporters.
I'd say it. You can throw my ass out of here. I don't care.
Did you guys hear? You guys hear the news that's going around saying that when those girls went to the moon, it was fake?
That won't surprise me.
What? They didn't go to the moon. They just went up in that.
So whatever.
Are we letting
Yeah.
TJ in?
yep. DJ's coming in.
Oh yeah, I saw there was a couple videos online
Yeah,
yesterday.
because
Some conspiracy.
yeah, she apparently she opened the door when she was not supposed to.
I don't know. Well, you notice they didn't. Well, as far as the footage I saw, I didn't see any footage of them inside the capsule or anything. And when Branson sent people up in his ship about a year and a half ago, they had cameras all up in it, and you could see the outside and the inside, and you could see the girls floating around. They didn't show any of that on the capsule flight, but I at least I haven't seen any footage myself from it.
Haven't they discovered that before? Like life on another planet or something? Haven't they done that before?
No, TJ, they just realised that there were people in Florida. They're still trying to work out what form of life it is.
That's funny.
DJ goes,
That's funny.
TJ, they found Mars.
They found Mars.
Yeah, they found life on Mars. Laura was sat on it.
That's right. It was all staged, Joe.
It's all staged.
I'm not going to say it's staged because I don't know, but the only thing I found weird was they didn't show any camera footage inside the capsule during the flight. Normally, when the space, they shoot a rocket up, they usually always show it footage from inside as it's going up or right when it's getting into space. They didn't show any of that when they were doing the live thing.
Yeah, and they were not even wearing
which I
helmets and gloves.
And
Well,
that's
didn't
not
the-
even going, and that's not even going down the conspiracy rabbit hole. It was just weird that they didn't show the inside of it.
I agree
But
with you, Justin.
They actually did go into space for a minute because it actually did show the rocket.
They did. That's all, folks.
Yeah.
TJ, that was all computerized.
Yeah, and TJ, if you looked, the images were better quality than the green screen episode of 1969.
Did they ever show inside, Justin, at all after the
I
flight?
never saw any footage from in there. And you'd think they would have been live streaming it live during the launch and everything, and they didn't show anything. They didn't even have a camera that was tracking the rocket as it was going up. Like, you know how normally NASA or SpaceX will have a specialized camera that will zoom in and track? They didn't even have one of those on it.
Okay, so who sent the rocket up?
It was Jeff Bezos. It was Blue Origin, his company. But that's what I'm saying is like they didn't have any of the normal camera equipment set up inside or out that any other launch would have had normally. And like I said, that's just taking it out. I'm not even putting the conspiracy shit in there. I'm just saying it was weird that they didn't do that. You would have thought they would want footage all over the news of the girls floating around in there. They didn't show anything.
They were saying that Carrie Perry, whatever her name is, she had a daisy flower when she went in, and when she came out, she had the same flower, and there was no damage to it.
There wouldn't have been any damage though, because you would have been in a artificial atmosphere.
Dude, you're going up like it's the.
That doesn't mean anything though.
Okay.
That's kind of reaching though.
I don't know, man.
Like I said, Ian, the whole glove thing, you don't need gloves because you're not going on a spacewalk. You're in an oxygenated capsule.
You would still need a helmet, though, no?
No,
not necessarily. No.
Only if you're going to step out of the capsule, because
but the
oxygen.
Isn't it the door supposed to be pressurized?
Well, yeah, the
capsule.
You
would think so.
Yeah, it would have been pressurized and had oxygen inside. So.
Okay, so how did she open the door so fast? And he told her to close the door, and then he tried to use that freaking fake key.
Dude, I don't know. That's something that none of us really know, and most likely the people making the videos about that probably are not experts in that field either. Like if you have somebody from NASA or SpaceX or from Blue Origin come out and make a video and say, yeah, this doesn't make sense scientifically, I would believe it. But normally it's some jackass in a trailer park that don't know shit who makes some conspiracy video that says, oh, yeah, as he's, sticking his hot dog through his front teeth.
Well, I got it from TJ's web. TJ sent it to me. He's the one who did it.
Like I said, if the person, the way I look at conspiracies is the person making the claim doesn't have some kind of involvement or expertise in that field. I don't want to hear it because it's just opinion at that point. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't believe a lot of conspiracies, because 99% of the time, the people that are making the claims have no schooling. They have no expertise in that field. They have no kind of anything to do with it. They're just making up a bunch of shit.
What's up, Jay?
Watch yourself, old man. That's one of the reasons I don't really go down conspiracy rabbit holes, because it just, to me, doesn't make it.
Good morning, time to fly. Good morning, recovery drone.
Dusty said he knows, but he's not saying.
Oh, Justin, if you only believe it if there's an expert involved, does that mean every morning you get up and go, another day of ignoring myself because I'm not an expert in anything?
I'm saying when you're trying to prove a conspiracy,
you better
have some background in that field if you're trying to make claims, especially when it comes to something scientific like that. Because an expert might come out and make you look like a complete jackass because they explain exactly what you think you knew.
Yeah, but they've still got notoriety from just being a jackass. That's the problem.
It's like these flat earthers, this is why not a single real scientist has ever agreed with them. Because they're not idiots. They know their science, and these guys are just making shit up that they think that they know.
Ba-dum.
Right.
when my people come back from work.
You will see.
You'll see.
How long are they up there for?
How long can you get it up?
Good morning, Don.
Right. I need a word with you Americans, right? I bought a Cadbury's Easter egg, right? And it turns out it's fucking from America, right? It's white chocolate. I opened it and all the fucking buttons went in a bag, so they got scattered everywhere, right? And the fucking chocolate is disgusting.
I don't think Cadbury's American, though, at the end of the day, though, is it?
It's owned by an American company, isn't it?
Those are my favorite, the Cadbury's. I love those.
Look it up and see. Because if it's a foreign company, that means that they're the ones making the recipes. I don't know. I'm not.
It just says made in America.
Yeah, but that could mean that it was just processed and manufactured here or put together here. I don't mean that that's where the company's out of. Look on the packaging.
Hey Google, who owns Cadbury's?
I'm kind of curious as
Their
that.
parent organization is Mondelez International.
Mondelez International.
Well, I'm going to figure out what company because that sounds like a parent company of a bunch of small companies.
Yeah.
You got to figure out where that company's origins from. I'll give you an idea.
The empathy sign down.
Yeah, Mondelez International is an American company. In 2010, Kraft Foods acquired Cadbury's, and later Kraft Foods spun off its confectionery and snack business to Mondelez International. So it's owned by Kraft Foods.
Okay. That's American. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like Cadbury eggs to begin with, to be honest with you.
Those things are pretty good. I like them things.
Too sweet.
The only problem is the chocolate is sickly, but I've still got to eat it because I've got no other chocolate.
Sure. To be honest, I'm just not a big sweets person anyway. So.
Are we letting Dre in?
Sure.
I could eat a big old bowl of ice cream.
He's here to give Justin some expert advice. Good evening, Dre. Smartly dressed as always.
I just came in to stir the pot a little bit
Good
with David since I haven't seen you in a while.
Right, it's nice seeing you all. I'll speak to you later.
Yeah, I know. Well, I had to, I try to keep up with the international news and stuff, and I thought it was quite fitting that the UK finally settled who wears the pants in your household over there.
Scare this.
Yeah, Laura.
I was wondering, was Laura doing okay?
That court case yesterday has opened up a whole fucking can of worms.
I figured
a can of worms.
Yeah, on a scale that no one expected. I'm sorry, but let's be honest here, right? There are two genders, male, female, and then there's the ones in the middle. He, she, he, right? That's it. Let the ones in the middle have their own sport. Let the genuine males and females have their own, right? If they still got a little swingy thing, then they're not going in the females' toilets, right? End of story. So when I do my charity event, I'm still going in the males' toilets.
Yeah. Well, see, Dre, you didn't hear the news. This fall, David and Laura are getting married, and he's also in a drag competition.
Not a competition; it's a drag. I'm walking Blackpool Illuminations for domestic abuse, raising money.
And he's wearing high heels.
No, I'm not.
Well, come on, show him all the pictures of the dress and everything
No.
you're gonna wear.
No, we're not going down that route. Not with your G-string conversation last night. No, the plan is starting off under £500 and wearing a t-shirt and shorts in the middle of going into our winter when we get all the high winds and rain.
So you're getting extra sexy, huh, David? T-shirts and panties?
No,
Yeah.
shorts, as in men's shorts.
Well, I
Yeah.
thought you said it was going to be.
No.
I thought you said it was going to be a G-string.
No, Paul. Right. After 500, it'll be an address, and then there's going to be stages where like 750 socks get added, and when we get to 1,500, it's going to be heels, and if we get to 2,000, I've got to go all the way from Essex, 400 miles to Blackpool in it. So I'm only expecting to raise about 50 quid, so I don't have to worry.
Well, I'll just call and poke the bear, David. I just wanted to trying to twist the event of that ruling that by the UK Parliament making that distinction of who's male and who's female. That makes you in charge.
Whoa. It was the Supreme Court based on a 2010 law. However, some people have come out and said that it misinterpreted that law. I don't give a flying fuck, right? Just let everybody get on with however they want to live, wear whatever they want to wear, right? But if they've got a little swingy thing in the middle of their legs, they have to use the male's toilets or use a cubicle that females don't go in. It's as simple as that. Yeah. It shouldn't be about a certificate. It shouldn't be about what you call yourself, he or she. It should be about what you have down there. Right? Because if you haven't got a swingy thing down there, you're going to be no threat to a woman.
A swingy thing.
Well, the thing is it's not this attack on transgenders or anything. It's literally women are speaking up now in droves that they don't feel comfortable with it. And they want their protection. They want their own private space.
Yes, they should have.
Like over here, there's a lot of female, girls in sports that are taking the knee, when it's their time to face somebody that's still technically a man, like that girl did with the fencing competition.
Look, in sport, right, it should never be a thing, right? Testosterone levels when you was born as a male or female are completely different, and they will be for the rest of your life. Yeah, no drugs, no nothing. It's going to change that. So if you want to change your sex, then you have to accept you're not going to be playing certain sports or doing certain things. Simple as that. Yeah. Or if if you want to play your sport, so say like you're a transgender and you want to play cricket, fine. Set up your own cricket team. And only have trans people in there. Simple as that.
Well, I was referring to who's in charge of the household part. As you say, the man should be in charge of the house, so I want to make sure Laura knows her place from now on.
Oh, shit.
Luckily, that was not part of the judgment, and we won't go down that route because
that's why I said I just came in to stir the pot.
Yeah,
David said I've come quite fond of the back of my head.
No, that's not the problem. I'm not going down that route because I don't want to be actually trans, right? Because she will twist it off if I tried. Right. Not going there.
Okay,
got a couple
I
customers,
thought
dude.
you know, the as you say, the courts had sided with you on this one, David, but I guess not.
I'm going nowhere with it.
So I popped in and heard Justin talking about his favorite things, you know, his fellow Justins being conspiracy theorists and stuff. So
I
you
hate
guys
conspiracy
continue on.
theories.
Morning, Dre.
Oh.
Good morning, Lance. How's your first week back going so far?
Long.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Dre, I don't know if you know this or not, but he has mentioned occasionally in the past how beautiful it is up there in the Northwest.
Oh yeah,
Check it out.
I've been there. It is
Check
a
it out.
beautiful
Look
place.
at that. Look at
It
that.
is a beautiful. I mean, for someone who was raised in Southern California primarily, going up to the Northwest is a dramatic change in scenery and landscape. Like I said, I had that experience when I went to New Hampshire, and I was stationed up there for a few years and experienced all the fall colors and everything else. It's just in the Northwest, it just stays green year round.
See, and that might be my first trip when I retire, Dre, is the New England states in the fall.
Yeah. Yeah, there you get the nice transition of the fall colors and everything else. But you know, last day Northwest, it stays green. Everything is so green year round. But I almost thought about staying there. I was contemplating staying in that area because when I left recruiting duty in 92, I had applied for the Vancouver Police Department there around the border of Portland, Oregon, and Washington State, Vancouver, Washington, right across the river from city of Portland. So I like the area. You know, the winters are not long. They're not brutal, but you get about a month and a half of snow and stuff, and then you'll get your transition into the spring rainy season, heavy rainy season, and then you'll get that maybe month and a half of winter, and then you go into the fall. Let's say month and a half of summer, I should say.
November is our rainy month. Don't come in November.
Yeah, well, that transitions from the fall into the winter. November.
Who am I kidding? There's 11 months of rain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so you live in the UK, do you?
Yeah, there you go. The Northwest
similar.
is similar weather to the UK weather. It could be overcast all day, but the humidity level will have you in t-shirts and shorts.
Oh yes.
Yeah, they like in the Pacific Northwest to your weather for sure, David.
Mm-hmm.
I think our weather is getting a lot more extreme because we're having days you wake up and it's glorious sunshine, really warm, and within seconds it's clouded over, there's a massive rainstorm, and then it's gone and everywhere's absolutely soaked, but it's blue sky again.
We had that this past weekend. It was sunny and warm, and then 10 minutes later it was a downpour and cloudy, and then another hour later it'd be sunny. It was bizarre weather this weekend.
Yeah, we get it where you could be on one side of the road, and our roads are not like your roads. Ours are narrow country lanes that you can just about fit two people past, never mind looking two cars, right? And we can have it where it's raining on one side of the road, but not on the other.
Yep, it's happened here. You know where it really happened? When I lived on Guam. Boy, you would see the rain go across the street.
What's up, Al?
That is one of the things I do like. When it's raining in the distance, you can see it coming down over it.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Guam, Dre?
You know what? I didn't go to Guam, but that was supposed to be my first duty station when I came out of infantry training school. I was supposed to go to Guam, and then my orders got switched to security forces, and I went up to New Hampshire.
Yeah, that was one of my dad's, and that we lived there for about 9 months, maybe.
Hmm.
When I was a little guy, I was kindergarten,
Yeah,
but I remember it.
yeah.
TJ, like usual, you're just talking too much. Can't get a word in. What's up? You've been very quiet.
I'm just listening.
He's listening. He's listening.
There we go. That
I just listen until I have something to add. I've never actually been to Guam. Let's see, I've been to Jamaica, been to Mexico, been to the Cayman Islands.
I've been
went
Tesco's,
to-
if that helps.
Been where?
Tesco's.
Oh.
Anyone been to the Soggy Dollar?
What's that?
The Soggy Dollar? Has anyone been there?
The soggy
The soggy-
dollar? What?
Soggy
what-
dollar.
The Soggy Dollar. The Soggy Dollar. Look it up. On the Soggy Dollar live webcam. Soggy Dollar live webcam. It's in I can't pronounce the name of the island down. It's in the Caribbean.
Is that on
Or Caribbean.
OnlyFans or what?
But that's a place that I want to go, and it's hard to get to. You have to fly into St. Thomas and then take a boat.
Hmm. So I know Captain Joe, not in today.
He's at the doctor's. He's got herpes or something.
Oh, okay.
Did you say he's getting checked for herpes?
Yeah,
what
I
he
think
said?
so.
Okay.
Getting checked for herpes.
That's what David says anyway.
That'll get him in here.
Yeah, it's just a rumor I heard. It might have been Piles, actually. I might have got it wrong. You know,
Mm.
you never know. He's always itching to have a go at someone. So
Mhm. Well, I just poked in just to. I've been thinking about you, David. Tell you the truth, when I don't see you in a while, I get concerned. So
Yeah.
now that you're here today,
Dre,
I
after
had
the
to poke the bear.
conversations Paul were having last night, I wouldn't
Mhm.
recommend anyone thinking about me. Seriously, just don't.
Well,
No, I'm all right. I'm getting there. Health is up and down.
Yeah.
Blood pressures 1 minute high, then low, then high, then low.
That's my issue now, my blood
Yeah.
pressure. So
Yeah.
I
Lu-
have to say I understand.
I am slowly losing my left arm. They've now told me it will never return,
Mm.
but they're just deciding what treatment I should have to try and prevent it getting worse. But while they're doing that, it's getting worse, and if it gets to a point where it just completely stops, it will never work again.
Mm.
So take your time, guys. Don't worry about me.
David, you should get like one of those like a dumbbell, like not maybe like 5 or 10 pound dumbbell, and just do curls or whatever with it.
TJ, I can't pick hold of a freaking can of Coke with it. Never mind a dumbbell.
Oh, shit. Oh my god, that's crazy. That's crazy. But,
It's just literally because the nerve is trapped in the elbow, it's all seized up. It's not been feeding the muscle in the hand. Yeah.
so you can't even like stretch out your arm like
Yeah,
that.
I can move it and everything, but because the nerves are not feeding the muscle is obviously not getting what it needs, and it's retracted to a stage where it started to eat itself, so it will not grow back.
Hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, it's not like your liver, where you can damage it and it'll grow back. This thing with your arm, once it goes, it goes.
Yeah. All right, folks. I got to pull it Justin and tiptoe out.
Yeah.
Hey,
But-
Dre,
I
thanks for
will
stopping
catch y'all
by.
later.
But
Have
just
a
so
good day.
you,
We'll see you.
yeah, just so you're all not too worried about me, I still have my right hand and I can cheat on Laura with that.
So you can still diddle Laura, I guess, huh?
That's funny.
That's what I aim to be.
Guy left quick after that comment.
Yeah, he did.
He's like, all right, I'm out of here.
Yes, I've had enough. See you guys.
Bye.
Yeah, that was below his pay grade. I got a walkie-talkie checking about churros.
Churros.
I'm sure he
those
just
things
said,
are pretty good.
I'm sure I just
like
heard
it.
something say that he, check on that churro. Might be wrong.
Sure.
Okay, at the rock pile, fellas, I'm gonna, he's in my back pocket.
He's going to work. So are all the kids back? Did they all show up? Lance? Oh, he stuck
he might
his
be
in his
muted.
back pocket. Well, when Lance sticks his phone in his back pocket, it's like that's his way of telling you to kiss his ass, TJ.
Yeah. I think I see like a couple of balls of lint in his pocket. I think
They're not balls of lint. He's just got a hole in his pocket.
That's just the gray hair you're seeing down there.
He just needs to do a bit of deforestation.
Somebody give him a Manscaped.
Manscaped.
He needs a Manscaped sponsorship.
As long as while we're in his back pocket, he doesn't break wind, we'll be fine. Because that will vibrate down this bloody microphone.
How's the weather there, TJ?
It's pretty nice. Sunshine.
Oh, good for you.
Good for you. It says 73 degrees out. So
we're warmer than you.
I took a step outside just to see what it felt like.
Did you fall?
No, I didn't fall.
You sprung right back up, right?
Yeah.
Spring to your feet, fall to the rest.
Yeah.
Spring to your feet, fall to your butt. That's it.
Yeah, like oh.
So you got to work today?
No, I'm off today, so I think I'm gonna try and get some flying in today, if at all possible. I'm thinking about going to the House of Refuge because I didn't go there during the meetup, so I'll probably just go up there by myself or something.
House of Refuge. What the fuck is that?
Good morning, GDS.
It's what's up, John? It's over in it's over in Stewart.
Yeah, but what is it though?
It's here, I'll show you.
I don't want to know what it. If it's in Stewart, I don't know. I don't want to know what it is.
You don't want to know?
It's a
if it's in
refugee
Stewart
camp.
now.
It's a museum.
Boner.
It's a museum, pretty much.
Boner.
Okay.
Boner.
Yeah.
Boner.
Yeah. See, they got. Click on. They got a tower there. Yeah, see.
Uh,
Now,
Do
my
they have
question
any-
is if you hit and break something, are you going to be in a lot of trouble?
I hope not.
Just be careful.
There was
That's
a lot of people. There was a lot of people that went there, or a couple people that went there and flew and took some pictures and stuff. So.
Which is all fine. Just be careful though, because if that is a historical site and you go wrecking into it, you're gonna be in some trouble. Just be careful.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't see that there.
Don't worry, TJ. Just if you break something, just go, "Can I have that?" and then run off with it.
I didn't see that.
I'm gonna have that now.
TJ, I want you to fly right under the canopy there.
It'll be good. You'll be fine.
Oh, let's see. I forgot what Dusty sent me. But where is that place, Dusty? Where, like, that's kind of far away, I think. I'm not exactly sure where that is.
It might have
Wizard of
been
Oz Museum.
Museum?
Yeah, it might be the most immersive experiences in Florida.
Help! There's 2 Lances.
Let's see.
1900. Wow.
Oh, thank God for that.
He says by Cocoa Beach. I think that's kind of far from me.
Don't worry, guys. Lance's split personality. The other half left the building.
I think Cocoa Beach is up by me, isn't it?
I'm back now, David.
Yeah, probably.
Let me look. I'm pretty sure it is. I think I've been there before.
Some fuckers running off of our big wheelie bins.
Yeah, it's in Cape Canaveral.
Oh no, it's up by Orlando.
Yeah, that's far.
Yeah, I knew I'd been out there before.
I think that's like a 4-hour ride.
For you, probably about 2.5, 3 tops.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a long drive.
I was gonna say I was pretty sure I've been to Cocoa Beach before. That sounded real familiar. Yeah, I've been over there before.
But that looks like a pretty cool place, though.
Is there a nice beach?
Well, most
Sure
of the
there
beaches
is.
in Florida are pretty nice. The only time that they're crap is when you get that stupid red tide coming in. Because then all these dead fish and everything always come up on the shore and it just litters the beach with a bunch of shit.
They got all the props and everything that were used in the movie.
Oh, at the museum.
Yeah.
There's a couple beaches I've been to in Florida that were kind of crap because they had a lot of like seaweed along the edge and yeah, they weren't that great. But I've been to some really nice ones.
From Ottawa to Winnipeg, it's more than that, no? Driving? Over 8 hours, no? GDS?
TJ is only about 3 hours tops from there.
Yeah.
From you?
From where Cocoa Beach is.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah,
saying-
he's about the same for me. As Orlando is a little bit north of it.
Oh,
Just slightly
cool.
north.
TJ,
Like-
you should go for coffee with Justin one day. You're only 3 hours
Yeah,
away.
yeah, there you go.
Well, one, that's not like right around the corner, and 2, I don't drink coffee, so that'd be real awkward.
TJ, you could always go and ride on his bus with him and entertain the crowd.
Go on the field trip.
Yeah. Are we having fun yet?
Nah, I don't like the taste of coffee, man. I've tried it so many different ways. It's gross. I love the smell of it, but the taste of it is disgusting.
Well, you're not having the right coffee, bro.
Dude, I've had iced coffees with different flavorings. I've had black coffee, hot coffee with all different shit. It don't matter what is in it. I just can't get past that bitter ass taste.
I know a few people.
Even
like
if you put like a bunch of damn like sugar and sweetener and stuff.
I've tried that, dude. I just don't. I've given it plenty of chances. I just can't get past that bitter coffee taste. I don't like it. I say I love the smell, like especially when somebody does fresh ground coffee beans. Oh, dude, that smells wonderful. But yeah, I just don't like the taste of it.
Kind of crazy.
Paul doesn't drink. Paul doesn't drink
TJ's
coffee
calling
either.
you crazy, Justin.
well, no, like I don't know. I don't know.
So if you don't drink coffee,
Paul doesn't like coffee either.
I've never. I tried coffee one time when I was a teenager, and I've never drank coffee since.
oh wow.
I've
So
not drunk coffee since the age of 5.
So Justin, do you drink like energy drinks? If you don't mind me asking.
I have a Monster every once in a while. I don't drink them very often. Though. Sarah doesn't like me.
No, he didn't say, "Do you play Fortnite with Laura?" He said, "Do you have energy drinks?"
No, but Sarah doesn't like me drinking a lot of energy drinks. So I only have one every once in a while.
Have you noticed that
she can't keep up with you if you drink a lot of energy drinks? Or what?
She just doesn't like me drinking them because of my blood pressure issues I've had in the past.
she gets giddy and starts kicking his feet around?
Well, I thought maybe he would just outdo her, you know.
Coffee is like beer; it only tastes bad the first 4,000 times you drink it.
Does Sarah drink coffee or no?
Oh, dude, all my kids and her drink coffee.
Your
They
kids
all
drink coffee too?
Yeah, they all love coffee. I'm the only one that doesn't like it.
I used to hate drinking tea until I was the age of 5, and then my brother scolded my arm when he tried to make me a cup of tea. I went to get the tea bag out of the cup, and he tipped the hot water over my arm. Never drunk coffee since.
First thing I do when I get
I
up.
never will.
First thing I do when I get up is go to the washroom, do whatever I have to do, and then I go downstairs, make my espresso coffee with a little shot of rye.
Wait, are you on about the little cup thing, espressos?
Yeah, it's like a high shot of caffeine.
Yeah.
You add to it.
What the hell? Yeah, what the hell are you getting out of that, right? I've seen fucking Barbie doll cups bigger than that.
Because it's like super concentrated. That's why.
Yeah.
One of my dad's mechanics that used to work for him, Ed, he would go to Starbucks in the morning and he'd have him add 9 espresso shots to his drink.
Jesus Christ.
And dude, he would be fucking wired, dude. I'm telling you.
Wow.
Fucking wired. Summer.
Buddy.
My dad actually had to stop drinking coffee like Starbucks because one of his friends owned a franchise in California, and he used to hang out with them every day out front after he retired, and him and his buddy would just sit and drink coffees all day from Starbucks.
There you go, TJ. You could invent coffee bags, like tea bags.
They've already got them.
They already have those.
They do have?
Yeah. And TJ,
Well,
you might think it was funny that I went to take the tea bag out of the cup, yeah, and got scolded to shit, but I can assure you, it hurt like fuck.
Oh, shit.
Because we're not talking about you guys boiling a little pan on the stove or boiling a cup in the microwave. We're talking about a proper kettle that boils the water over 100 degrees. It literally bubbles the shit.
Well, yeah. Excuse me if I don't understand, but you said it gets over 100 degrees. Water boils at 212 degrees. What?
Not Fahrenheit, Celsius.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you guys are in that backwards country.
No. We just with the rest of the world.
No, but going back to the coffee, that's my favorite. An espresso. Oh. That
You
gets
got
me
it. You
going
got
through
it,
the
Ed.
day.
You got an espresso machine in the kitchen.
Yeah, a little one. Yeah. You make your
You know-
own little foam with the milk. You know.
Yeah.
You can make designs on it.
Do you know what puzzles me? When you go into the supermarket and you get to the coffee aisle, right? And it's two sides of coffee and coffee pods, right? And they're all the same fucking shit.
No, 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 no. You got your black, you got your white, your decaf.
Wait, white coffee?
Yeah, you never had white coffee?
No. Didn't know that was a thing.
That's a cool shot.
With my Avada.
Watch it, TJ. In a minute, a scary face is going to jump out and go, "Ah!" I'd love to do that in a drone video, just to get everybody really looking, going, look at that, look at that.
So Donald said water can't get hotter than 100 degrees Celsius unless you have a pressurized.
Just like that scary car commercial.
Beautiful.
Did not know that.
Hey,
Donald.
Lance, I seem to recall at some point in time in the conversation.
He's
you
probably
may
right.
have
Joe's
indicated
going to be jealous right here.
It
Joe's
gets
gonna be
fucking
jealous.
hot, that's for sure.
that the Northwest was.
But you like your microwave hot.
Nice.
Did you guys hear Lance say move to the Northwest because it's a beautiful?
No.
TJ, there's a
JDS?
message for you in the chat.
Hey, Lance, what drone was this you were using?
Avada too.
Oh, you can do it. That's funny. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Joe's going to be jealous.
that's pretty
right here.
good.
Joe's going to be jealous. You should have been with me.
What the hell is white coffee?
Right here.
There you go, Lance. There you go.
Oh, right. Oh, nice.
That was good. That was
I'm
a good
sorry,
one.
but you don't want to be asking that question, Justin, because I Google what white coffee is and it's cocaine when it's been put in coffee bags.
Did you go through that
smuggle
thing,
it.
Lance?
I did. Watch this. I'm going to turn now. Here we go.
Oh, he's going to go right through the building. Oh.
Well, we're not seeing it. If you're doing it.
Yeah, Lance, I'm
Yeah.
impressed with it. I'm impressed with your flying, but I'd be more
Yeah.
impressed is if you went into the slide and managed to maneuver all the way around the slide and come out the bottom.
Oh, yeah. I would have been impressed with myself as well.
Did you go through the like this and then down the little
No,
that thing on the bridge?
no.
Oh, you should do that. Dude, go
And I
through the
gave
sign,
my-
right?
I gave my card to this guy. This guy wanted my card to give his boss coming up here. Because I want to fly inside the fish peddler and out. And that's what I think he's going to give the card to his boss. This guy riding the forklift. He's not on it yet. When I come back, he's on it. And then I scare this guy a little bit. You guys see the bike rider?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to fall into the river watch. He's going to go so scared he's going to ride right to the river watch. Oh, shit.
Pat looks back and says, "What the heck?" And then I pick up some
One's
guy
following me.
walking.
Yeah, you should have went through the thing on the bridge right there. The whatever that barricade thing.
And then here's the guy in the forklift, and I gave him my card. So I'm hoping that I get to fly through the restaurant and out and do. I'll barter at that point. They make good food.
Well, you got a little hook on the back of it so you can grab a burger off of somebody's plate.
Yeah.
They're all looking like, what the hell?
Hey, you know you guys have issues with politicians adding random people to WhatsApp groups and other
these two
messaging
guys in the
apps?
red car, they're dealing drugs, I think.
Not really, because
went over.
I only
Yeah.
use
One-
WhatsApp because Laura forced me to get it.
No, one of your politicians supposed to have invited the Russians into some group by accident.
I don't know.
Yeah. This was a couple of weeks ago. Well, one of our shadow MPs decided to add 100 random people to a WhatsApp group on government stuff when he was supposed to add them to his charity event for the London Marathon. What an absolute bell end. Took him
Supposed to do
30
that
seconds to
lottery.
add 100 people. Took him fucking 6 hours to delete them all.
Mm.
Don't think microwaves can heat water hotter than a kettle can.
Oh, what?
Microwave.
I don't know. I know a stove would. It'd just take longer. Just
Oh,
takes
yeah.
longer to heat up.
I mean, the kettle boils in 2 minutes. A
Well, it depends on
microwave.
what kind. Well, it depends on what kind of stove it is too. If it's like electric, induction, or gas, like gas gets really hot really quick.
Yeah, but I think it takes something like 5 minutes on a stove. Maybe a bit longer.
Well,
Because
it
you've got to
depends on
heat the
how
pan
much.
first.
Well, it depends on how much water you're boiling too. If you're just boiling a cup of water, it's not going to take very long.
Yeah, well, we don't do cups. We do 5 cups.
And I go whizzing by this gal. He's like, what?
You didn't even flinch.
I bet that chick kind of got scared for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, look.
Oh my God, what
Bakky's
was
coming. Bakky's coming back.
Are you going to crash some point in this video?
No, that's the one I posted this morning, though, if you want to go look at that one.
You could fly inside the truck and then come back out.
Or right under the truck would have been cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
check that. Oh, so I found white coffee. Ed was not lying. And it's made by a bunch of different brands. What exactly it is, I have no fucking clue.
I'm telling you, you open that bag, it's cocaine, right?
No, it's white coffee. No, it's white
No,
coffee.
I googled white coffee in the white coffee UK, and it actually said it's how they hide drugs in the coffee. You know, they surround put the drugs in the middle and surround it with the coffee beans to try and hide the smell of the drugs from the dogs.
That's over
Yeah.
there in UK.
So
not
they
here.
call it white coffee.
Oh my God.
I don't want a glass of that. That's for sure.
See, look, a white coffee right there. Look, see? Nescafe.
So when you brew it, it actually comes out white?
Yeah, it's white coffee.
Oh, interesting.
So you don't need milk.
Yeah, you
Now,
still,
do the beans come as white, or is it something they're adding to a regular coffee bean?
no, it's just the beans are white.
You bleach
Okay, I
them.
never even knew that. They even had that. I might try that again just to see if that tastes any better than regular coffee.
Fucking interesting.
I actually might
See?
get a bag of it for Sarah and them to try because they love coffee.
You're just trying to find some way of putting them off.
I wonder why the fucking coffee's coming out all milk looking. The hell?
You try it first.
Does it taste like way different from regular coffee, or is it just kind of a slightly different taste?
It's just a weaker. It's not as
It's not as strong as regular coffee.
strong coffee. Yeah, it's not. Like you can drink it like I'd say at 9 o'clock at night. It's not going to make you hyper where you can.
So it
can't
doesn't have a
sleep.
lot of caffeine and shit in it.
Yeah, where you can't sleep.
I wonder if that's always been a thing, or if that's some like genetically engineered fucking coffee bean that they done in the lab.
That I don't know.
There you go, TJ.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, that's a nice boat.
Yeah.
That's what they call a salty. It's an international boat.
Oh, that's nice.
It loads and unloads itself.
Look, Paul, you should go fly it right under those greens.
Yeah, right.
Fly through that.
Don't give him any ideas.
Can you guys hear Boone yelling?
Yeah.
No, and why would your dog be yelling? Are you sure that's the dog? Not
Yep.
somebody's.
What is that noise?
That's
That sounds
Boone.
like a
I
that sounds like
heard
a person.
I heard a slight howl for a second.
He's doing that beagle howling stuff. Oh, oh,
There, we get it. Relax yourself.
Hey, Paul, do you get complaints from your neighbors though?
Oh no, Lance is asking you a question.
Paul, do you get complaints from your neighbors for the dog howling?
No, I haven't had him that long yet.
Okay.
I wouldn't think so because his house is pretty big and the houses aren't like butted right up next to each other. Maybe if he was outside doing it, you probably would. I don't think they would really hear it on the inside.
I haven't heard him howl outside. He goes to the front window and he goes, oh, oh,
Tyson howls
oh,
whenever he hears a
oh,
siren.
oh, 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 oh,
We get it.
Tyson does that every time he hears a siren come by the house. He'll start howling.
And who cares? And who cares what the neighbors think?
The neighbors.
If they don't like it, too bad.
Oh, that was like our old neighbor before she moved out. A new neighbor moved in. She was such an ass. She'd come over and pet our dogs, get them all riled up at the fence, and then she would come over and knock on the door and complain they were barking. Like, what?
You were the one that got them all riled up. What the hell?
And then she would come over and yell at us and say our dogs were outside at 2 a.m, just going off. I said, our dogs aren't outside at 2 a.m, ever. Ever. The only time I've ever let the dogs out is like if one of them's sick or something and they got to go out and go to the bathroom. But that's really rare, you know. But she was trying to say, she was like, for the past 2 weeks, your dogs have been out there all night barking. No, they haven't. What the fuck are you talking about?
Maybe she was dreaming about your dogs being outside.
That lady pissed me off, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, Justin's right. It wasn't the dogs outside barking. It was Justin.
No, but I told her then she comes over with these papers, right? A stack of papers from the local county with all the rules on it about dogs making noises and shit, and like tapes them to our front door. I walked over there and I walked back over to her house. I knocked on her door, and she was like, "Oh, your kids, you know, ever since all these kids moved in the neighborhood, it's just gone downhill. They're always outside running around and playing, making all kinds of noise." Now you're talking about the middle of the day, right? I walked over there. I said, if you don't like it, I said, take your ass and move into a 55 and older community. And I threw the fucking papers at her. I told her to fuck off.
You threw what at her?
I threw the papers at her as she taped to my fucking door. I told her to fuck off and move to an old folks community if she has a problem with kids playing outside. Dude, she was an old grouchy bitch, dude.
What did she say to you when you did that?
Nothing. She just picked up the papers and slammed her front door. I don't give a shit. And then like 3 weeks later, she moved out. She sold the house and moved out.
DJ, read what Jim said.
Yeah, I saw that.
Y'all remember me telling you about that about a year and a half ago? I was having problems with her. And I told her, I said, you know, because there was a lot of kids in this neighborhood, and all the kids would go outside during this, especially in the summertime, and they would all meet up outside and they'd be running up and down the road playing, kicking soccer balls, playing basketball. And she had a problem with that in the middle of the fucking day. Not my problem. We're not breaking sound ordinances. And, you know, everybody her age is always complaining kids don't get out enough. Well, back in my day, we used to go outside and kick a fucking rock with the ball and all this other bullshit. But then they get pissed off when the kids are actually outside playing because they're being too noisy.
And I would have made my kids play right in front of our house every day.
Teacher's corner.
Just like the neighbor down the street, he's from New York and he's down here part-time of the year. My kids were walking one day. They were literally exercising. They were walking up and down the road and they went down the dead end cul-de-sac, and his house is at the very end. And they just lightly stepped on his lawn as they were turning to come back the other direction. Dude calls up one of the neighbors because he wasn't here, and started complaining to the neighbors he was going to call the cops. They had no right to be down there. I said, one, that's not, and I walked up to his camera and was talking to him through his camera. I said, one, I said, you own that fucking street. And I said, two, remember what fucking state this is. This ain't New York. And that dude has not said a single fucking word to my kids since then. And every time he's outside, he won't look at me. Me off. Like, it's just like they're getting mad. They're literally getting mad. Some people get mad over the stupidest shit.
Yeah.
Like, I understand if my kids were in your yard just tearing it up, fucking throwing your shit around, and then I would be all over their ass and I would say, yeah, they're in the wrong. But I went back and watched a video of the kids walking down the street because I have a camera facing right down that street and I could see everything. And they literally just were making a little U-turn circle, walking back up the side of the road. And the street's only like maybe 60 yards. It's not that long of a road. And it's right in front of our house. They were literally just walking down and making a U-turn and coming back up the other side. And because they lightly stepped on the edge of his grass, he flipped the fuck out. Like, I'm not one of those parents that if my kids legit do something wrong, I'm like, my kids would never do that. No, I'll slap them in the back of the head and tell them, what the fuck are you doing? But if it's something like that, no. I'm going to take their side.
The Jim.
DJ, I'm going to show you something. You tell me where this is in Florida.
All right.
A friend of mine just sent me. He went on vacation down there.
I feel like I've been there before. I think it's in downtown West. Looks like downtown West Palm somewhere. Looks like, or in Jupiter somewhere.
I'll ask him where it is.
Palm Beach.
Yeah, I think it's like, looks like Palm Beach somewhere. Maybe it could be Tampa.
It all pretty much looks alike all the way along there.
Yeah. Can't we all just get along?
Yeah.
Isn't that's from something. I think it's from something. I forgot where it's from though. Can't we all just get along? Maybe it's like in a song or somebody said it. I don't know.
You're showing your Beatles.
Ding dong.
Ed's in twice.
Canadian saying. Canadian, eh?
Hey.
Canadian, eh?
They touched the wrong button, eh? Kick me out, eh?
Eh? Paul, do you ever use that pressure cooker that's sitting on your shelf there?
Nope.
No.
I was thinking the other day, I've got more shit in this house that I need to get rid of.
Yeah, probably.
I still have clothes from my ex-wives hanging in a six.
Oh, you coming out of the closet? Are you, Paul?
Let's not talk
You're
about
probably right,
closets in
JP.
Paul's house.
Right. Rodney King said it. Can't we all just get along?
Paul's closets in his house have a bad reputation.
Oh, that's upstairs. I had a tenant hanger. I had 2 tenants hang themselves in the closet upstairs.
Oh God.
Oh, that's
the same fucking closet.
Yep, same closet.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, well, you need to take the sign down saying welcome to the hanging house.
Oh,
no, I need to start collecting money from those people that want to use it as a hanging house, you know?
Oh my God, we were not going down that path.
That's crazy.
If you're tired of living, come on over. Bring $1,000.
Oh God.
I would have sold the house and moved out.
Y'all went fucking dark with that. That's kind of fucked up.
I would have, when that first one happened, I would have sold the house and left, man.
Yeah. Tell them, Paul. You've got to make money somehow.
That's it. Somebody's got to do it, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I got a big enough property on the back. I could put a gallows up. Come on out.
All right, yeah. I'm not going in this conversation
Jump
anymore.
Jump on over. Come on over and hang around.
Wow.
Nope, absolutely not.
I think that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to design a gallows to put out in the backyard.
That's funny. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's funny.
What's that, Ed?
Was it just like one tender, or was it like two different?
That's funny.
2 different times.
That's funny.
2 different
That's
tenders.
pretty good.
Yep.
Holy shit. Did the first one even know the one?
No.
So how did the second one get in there?
I don't know how they figured it out, but they did. They just figured out to hang themselves in the closet.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Paul's got a site.
The one gal that hung herself in the closet, her husband and kids were in the front room.
Oh fuck.
Okay, yeah.
You know, it adds a new meaning to the phrase "come on over and hang out."
That's funny. Come on over. Hang out. That's funny.
Hang out for a while until the police get here.
Hang out for a while.
When did you find out? A couple months later?
No. I had to call the police and the fire department.
Oh shit.
Because they came running downstairs saying, she's dead upstairs hanging from the closet.
Bye, Justin. I'm guessing that was Justin that left.
Yeah, I think it was Justin.
Oh, I'm sorry, Justin.
It has gone a bit.
Hey, that just proves, Ed, that there's a market for everything. There's a market for suicide. You know, they talk about assisted suicide.
Whoa, Paul, backtrack. That is a very dangerous subject to go down. Yeah,
Well,
you can get Paul. You can get your channel banned on that. Off that note, stop. Yeah, change subject.
TJ, what do you think?
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna add any more since David said something.
TJ tried to hang himself from a tree.
No, I actually fell from. I didn't hang. I fell. I literally fell.
How many feet did you fall down?
It was like 50, I think. It's pretty wild and crazy.
And who was it that owned the company?
It was my dad.
Do you remember much of the falling or anything, or?
I just remember falling, like, pretty much. I was up, and then all of a sudden the limb just snapped and just fell like completely straight down. And not like hitting anything on the way down.
So did you have some kind of a safety vest on or anything? Or?
Well, I had my harness on and everything. Normally, like we just or the limbs that we normally climb are like this big around, but that particular limb I was on, because it was kind of skinny and weak, I guess. So yeah, it's pretty intense.
How long were you in the hospital?
I was in the hospital for like, I don't know, a couple months or so. Hold on.
Well, everybody, I think I'm going to call it.
Okay.
I got to go to the lumberyard and get ready for the gallows. So
You packing it in?
Paul.
What do you get? What you got? You got somebody coming over, Paul?
No, just change subject.
Are you gonna pack it in?
Yeah, we're gonna pack it in. David, you pack it in.
I always pack it in.
Pack it in. Ed, pack it in. Lance, pack it in. Everybody, hey, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again next time.
Okay.
Later, guys.
Bye for now.
Catch you later.